Welcome to my views and news. Three news stories. First one is about a meeting in Tegarai, about which we did two videos yesterday. Meeting of Tegarai People Liberation Front was held in Makale, reportedly Tegarai's capital. But military leadership, former members of TPLF participated too, and there TPLF members were accused of interfering in the working of Tigray regional government. A letter was shown as an evidence that TPLF officials were interfering in the working of regional government. We have details for you. Secondly, uh, uh, I think this morning on Sunday morning, I reported about an attack on Amhara Special Force in a North Shiva zone of the Amhara region. There was fighting between Amhara Special Force members and armed people. And now it is being reported that more than 20 Amhara Special Force soldiers were killed in that attack. And thirdly, was talk of referendum in Dawa was underway for some days, but Dawa City Council today took a position about this referendum. What is City Council's position? Does it want referendum to determine the future status of the city? Firstly, viewers, TPLF's internal meeting has been underway in Tigray. Some key decisions are expected. Heated discussions were held. ESAT claimed that 5 senior TPLF leaders had been suspended, but the news could not be confirmed. In fact, Professor Kendaya rejected ESAT's news as fake, but it is being confirmed by several sources that very heated discussions took place at this meeting. Meeting was attended by top TPLF leadership, by Tigray regional government leadership, by senior military leadership as well, and some former members of TPLF were there too. Now, questions were raised by participants about mixing of Tigray regional government structure and TPLF party structure. It was said that party officials were interfering in the working of Tigray regional government, and they were working as government officials, though they are just party members. So that is why the working of the party and government must be separate. And TPLF was accused of anti-democratic practices, that it was not allowing a level playing field to opposition parties. A letter was shown as evidence. You can see the letter on your screen. The letter is from TPLF's party office, and it is about appointment of a Warida officer. How can TPLF party official, party member issue such a letter? So questions were raised that why was TPLF as a party interfering in the working of Tigray regional government? Of course, those who were in positions of power, like president, others, they had the right to pass orders, but not each and every TPLF official was authorized to pass such orders. So it is now being reported that there are some tough questions which TPLF is answering at this meeting. Can TPLF create internal unity? A participation of Tigray military leadership at this meeting indicates that military leadership and TPLF are on the same page. Since the start of this war, we have seen that even some opposition parties, they have been urging Tigray's military commanders to stay at a distance from TPLF. But participation of Tigray military leadership at TPLF's meeting indicates that TPLF is the major political force in Tigray, and Tigray military leadership, most of Tigray military commanders, they're aligned with the TPLF. Secondly, viewers, second news story is from North Shore zone of the Amhara region, where we know that fighting erupted on a Saturday between Amhara Special Force members and armed locals. Amharic sources claim that it was OLA which carried out an attack on a camp of Amhara Special Force. Oromo sources are reporting that Amhara Special Force attacked ethnic Oromo locals in North Shore zone of the Amhara region. Casualties are being confirmed on Amhara Special Force side. Reportedly, more than 20 Amhara Special Force soldiers were killed in this attack. It seems to be a hit and run sort of attack by some armed people close to Senbate, close to Jivaha, between Shivarobit and Atai. The road remained closed. Addis Ababa to Dassi road remained closed for several hours. For around 12 hours, I think the road remained closed, and on Sunday morning, the road was opened for traffic. This is the most serious escalation in North Shore zone in the past few months. We have not seen such a large number of Amhara Special Force members killed in North Shore Oromia Special Zone in recent months. We did see some clashes in the past here, but more than 20 Amhara Special Force soldiers they have been killed and dozens injured. They are being treated at Debre Birhan and other hospitals. I think a major operation is expected now in North Shore Zone. Disarmament campaign will be launched by Amhara regional government and federal forces against ethnic Oromos who are armed. Ethnic Oromos being armed in North Shore Oromia Special Zone, ethnic Amharas being armed in Valaga. Both issues are a little bit linked. And for a permanent solution, the two regions, leadership from two sides, they'll have to sit. Otherwise, OLA will keep on backing Oromos in North Shore Oromia Special Zone, and people, groups from Amhara region, they'll keep on backing and arming Amharas in Valaga. Thirdly, viewers, the Dawa City Council today reportedly rejected the proposal that a referendum should be held to determine the future status of the city. The city is governed by Ethiopian federal government, but since the start of this week, we have been hearing that a request has been submitted to Ethiopian House of Federation for holding a referendum in Dire Dawa to make it part of Oromia or part of Somali region, or to make it an independent regional state. But City Council of Dire Dawa is denying having sent any request to Ethiopian House of Federation. City Council members are opposing a referendum to make Dire Dawa part of Oromia or a Somali region. They say that referendum can only be held to make Dire Dawa an independent regional state like other states, Tigray, Oromia, Amhara, Somali, etc. If referendum is held, obviously the city will vote in support of joining Oromia, because Oromos are larger in number than Somalis in Dire Dawa. Somalis are opposing the referendum. Amharas, small in number, they are opposing the referendum too. They don't want to set an example for a call for referendum in Volkayat and Raya. So they are opposing the referendum too. It means that Somalis, Amharas, they'll oppose referendum. Oromos want referendum.